A travesty of justice, the sentencing of President Trump. The radical left has finally done it. They have weaponized the justice system against their ultimate enemy, Donald J. Trump, the people's president. On January 10, 2025, just days before the inauguration of his second term, President Trump faces sentencing in a New York courtroom. The charges? 34 trumped-up felony counts related to business dealings from years ago. The likely sentence? A slap on the wrist. But the damage is done. The deep state has shown its hand, and it's a hand that seeks to silence dissent and crush anyone who dares challenge the status quo. This entire charade is a blatant attempt to overshadow the will of the American people, who overwhelmingly re-elected President Trump just last year. It's a desperate move by a party terrified of facing him at the ballot box again in 2028. They know they can't beat him fairly, so they resort to dirty tricks and legal maneuvering. They've been trying to take him down since the day he came down that escalator, and they won't stop until he's silenced for good. But we, the American people, see through this sham. We know a political hit job when we see one. This isn't about justice, it's about revenge. It's about punishing a man who dared to challenge the swamp and expose its corruption. They can try to silence him, but they will never silence us. We stand with President Trump now and always. Let's call this what it is, a witch hunt. From the Russia hoax to the impeachment sham to this latest legal assault, President Trump has been subjected to an unprecedented campaign of harassment and intimidation. The timing of these charges is no coincidence. They always seem to emerge at the most politically damaging moments, designed to distract him and derail his agenda. Remember the Mueller investigation? Years of investigations, millions of taxpayer dollars wasted, all to find nothing. No collusion, no obstruction, nothing. It was a hoax, plain and simple, orchestrated by the deep state and its allies in the media. But the damage was done. They succeeded in casting a shadow over his presidency, painting him as a criminal in the eyes of the world. And now they're at it again. This time they're going after his business dealings, dredging up old allegations and twisting them to fit their narrative. They're desperate to find something, anything, to stick on him. They've thrown everything they have at him, but he's still standing. Why? Because he's a fighter. He's a patriot. And he knows the American people are behind him. This case isn't just about President Trump. It's about the future of our republic. It's about the rule of law and the dangerous precedent being set when the justice system is used as a political weapon. The Supreme Court itself has recognized the dangers of politically motivated prosecutions, expanding presidential immunity in a landmark ruling just last year. But Judge Juan Merchan, the judge presiding over this case, has chosen to ignore the highest court in the land. He's decided that the rules don't apply to President Trump, that he's above the law. This is a blatant example of judicial activism, of a judge putting his own political beliefs above the Constitution. This case is a direct assault on the foundation of our democracy. If they can do this to President Trump, they can do it to anyone. They can silence any voice that dares to challenge their power. We cannot let this stand. We must fight back against this tyranny and defend our Constitution. Throughout these trials and tribulations, President Trump has remained steadfast in his resolve. He has refused to be silenced, to back down, to let the swamp win. He has denounced these charges as the hoax they are, calling out the corruption and hypocrisy of those who seek to destroy him. He knows that this is not just about him, it's about us, the American people. It's about our freedom, our values, our way of life. He's fighting for us, just like he's always fought for us. He's a beacon of hope in these dark times, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, we can never give up on America. We must stand with him now, more than ever. We must make our voices heard, loud and clear. We must reject this sham prosecution and demand justice for our president. The future of our republic depends on it.